our celebrations. We here at the Station Gallery would like to acknowledge the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe peoples who inhabited this land since time immemorial. And to help us recognize the Indigenous presence this evening, we're joined with 3 members of the Mississaugas of Scugog Island. We have in attendance Chief Kelly LaRocca, also Jamie Kozlinski is here, and also her mom, Faye Koss as well. And together, Jamie and Faye are known as the Baagwating singers, and that translates as the singers of truth. And this evening, we're very honored that they'll be performing an honored song, welcoming us onto their territory. Would you like to say a few words, Kelly?
Great. I'm actually kind of a better speaker without mics.
Sure, go for it. Teacher's voice.
Anin Lojo, Najwe Makwakwe, Dijnakas, Wabsashi Dodam, Skugog Minising Donjba. So that's a traditional introduction in our language, Anishinaabe. I just wanted to say hello and welcome, and I want to thank Olex and the Station Art Gallery for inviting us. It's very thoughtful. Really, I'm here to welcome you to our traditional territory, but also to acknowledge the accomplishments of an Anishinaabe artist. We don't often get to celebrate the good and amazing accomplishments of each other in First Nations, in the general First Nations day-to-day world. It's often a day of balancing priorities and moving ahead to the things we need for our communities. But today it's a great day. I just want to celebrate Anong Beam and the beautiful work that I see here, and I hope everyone enjoys it. I was asked to come and open the evening with a smudge, which was, again, a very great honor. I have to admit, I left my home and I didn't have all of my medicines in my bundle. Oops. So we're just going to make do with some traditional untreated raw tobacco, the true ceremonial tobacco of our people, which I actually think is quite fitting because it not only does smudging with tobacco sort of open the channels to the spirit world and the things we give thanks for on a daily basis, but typically if you sprinkle water and tobacco together, that's a way or a symbolism of giving thanks for water, which is the central focus of Anong Beam's work. So I think that's very appropriate. So excuse me while I just do this. I think I'll burn this and kind of circulate the room, and we'll open the floor to the Baagwating singers.
Thanks for the steadfast support of the Baagwating Community Association, because it's been so many years that they've partnered with us to present Indigenous content at least one time every year. For every exhibition schedule, we have Indigenous content, and it's really thanks to Baagwating that we've been able to do that. And very similarly, as it is with Anong's exhibition too. And that being said, it's been a really great pleasure working with Anong. I could just recall going to visit Anong on the island, and she's from Manitoulin, and it was the hottest day of the year last year, and it was just so comforting and so serene to be surrounded by water, and as we are immersed this evening by her immersive paintings. And I'm just going to so enjoy this exhibition as it runs until November 27th. It's funny, we were on Rogers earlier today, on Rogers television, and Deborah asked, Olex, what do you like the most about Anong's pieces? And I didn't know where to begin, because there's so many layers, and there's such a grace in her paintings, and such a sophistication that her pieces will reveal themselves over time in these coming weeks. And Anong is joining us today from Kagawam, from the island, and she's graciously agreed to give a little bit of background on her amazing studio practice. So I'll maybe call on Anong. So, thank you.
Hello? Hello? Hi, thank you so much for coming out tonight. It's really amazing to see all these people out at an art event in the middle of the rain, and I really appreciate that. This is my son, Riel. He's quite a painter himself, and some of his first paintings are actually included inside the images. One of his first drawings I put in as a photo transfer. And ever since he started painting, he usually goes into my studio and kind of improves paintings when I'm not looking. And it used to be that I could tell when he'd done that, but in the past year or so, I've noticed maybe a couple of months after the fact, wait, I didn't put that part in there, and that's been him. And it's really nice for me to have him and my other son Luke's here, because that's how I remember growing up. With my mom and dad were both painters, and I was in their studios and at their shows as well. So hopefully some years from now I'll be at his show. And so all of the canvases in this exhibition are mainly about water, and my fascination with water goes back to when I was about his age, and I learned that about the cycle of water and atoms and recreation, and how all things being created in the Big Bang, all of those atoms, those were the main building blocks of the world. And they still are, and the same ones from the beginning are the same ones we have now, and they're the same ones we'll have in the future. And somebody explained it to me like this, that the water coming out of my tap was the same water that dinosaurs used to walk through. And that was such an amazing thought as a child, and it really stuck with me all through my life into the current time, that the water that's flowing through us, or that becomes 70% of our body, that rains on us, is water that rained on our relatives, people we loved who've passed on, people who are yet to be born. The same water is going to accompany us, and it's like a witness to our experience, our greatest triumphs, our struggles. And so I use water as something that attaches images that remind me of memories or wishes. So they're kind of assemblages out of time, and like favorite memories or wishes for the future. So I'm very grateful to Station Gallery for inviting me here, and Olex, it's been really wonderful to work with you as well. And thank you all so much for coming out.
Thank you, Anong. That was really beautiful. I would be remiss if I didn't thank also the support of the Ontario Arts Council, the provincial body that helps us and supports our community with their funding. We just found out, Linda's here, we just, from the Robert McLaughlin Gallery, and we just found out last week that we had our funding renewed. So that's, like, we can always breathe. And I think that's it. That wraps up the formalities, and as I like to say, and now we dance. Thank you.
So he's going to get a cut of this because he's got a piece in here?
Maybe a 10.
10% for just a little bit of purple? You're a shark. Turn around. This guy take a picture of that. The kid's a shark.
I got it.
Little shark kid.
From when my dad was doing paintings, he would get me to play involved painting the backgrounds and stuff too.
Those are the opinions.
Totally. That helps you with my balance. So you did this part of it?
Yeah, I did.
Are you from one of the papers? You're not going to write this guy up.
No,
He's going to become famous and a little genius.
I like this little Joker man.
Joker?
There's the Joker.
Oh! I thought you were talking about the Joker from Batman.
No, not the Joker from Batman.
Maybe you should go first.